What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of WWE Content, and let's talk about it. Last night, Monday Night Raw, the last Monday Night Raw before the Elimination Chamber, and what a show! I mean, with Elimination card already filled up. We had CM Punk throwing a badass promo in Atlanta before going to his home turf to defend the title against Finn Balor. The Judgment Day on the brink of literally breaking up as we know it to get to WrestleMania. Liv Morgan finally choosing her WrestleMania opponent. And then to top all of that off, AJ Styles officially a retired wrestler, but now he will be a new inductee into the Hall of Fame of 2026 next to Stephanie McMahon. What a freaking show! I'm excited, and it's gonna be a great freaking Elimination Chamber. But before we get into the whole situation with the vision, AJ Styles in the Hall of Fame and the great ceremony that they did for him, which I thought was amazing. I almost cried like two or three times. Let's talk about the matches leading up to, of course, the tribute show to AJ Styles. I mean, first of all, the first match, I'm just gonna say it, and they might bleep this out, but it was a total shit show, okay? I'm being honest. The freaking men's qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber was literally a shit show. I mean, of course, the start of the show, you get Gunther trying to spoil us a great evening in Atlanta, Georgia, which, of course, that's AJ Styles' home state, Georgia. You trying to ruin it for everybody, and I'm like, dude, get the hell out of here. No one likes you. No one cares about you. So get the hell out. Like, no one even likes you. So why are you even trying to make us more angry than we already are about John Cena retiring and now AJ Styles is retired? Like, what's the point of all this? But thankfully, Dragon Lee came in. He kicked his butt, so I was okay with that. And then, Cody Rhodes, he was going to talk about Drew McIntyre or the Elimination Chamber or Jigga 2, basically anything leading up to the Elimination Chamber. But then who comes out then? The Vision. Now, we all know Bronson Reed had a qualifying match against Jey Uso and, the original Grande Americano. But the whole concept behind it was just weird. It was crazy. And then the Usos came out. But then what was funny was that the Vision was nowhere near ringside. Neither was Jimmy Uso or Cody Rhodes. It was just the three of them, which I thought was kind of strange. But I'm like, okay, that's how they're going to do it. They're going to leave ringside, but then they'll come back, have a little fight or something. Masked Man comes out, boom, either a Gun Americano or Jey Uso wins. But then during the match, literally out of nowhere, complete left field, Bronson Reed gets injured. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Now Bronson Reed's injured. And it wasn't because of the masked man. It wasn't because someone hit him. He did it by himself. He did this to himself. I'm like, seriously? So now we got Braun Breaker. He's out for a couple months. Bronson Reed is out indefinitely. Seth Rollins is out freaking injured. So all we have to show for the Division is Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. Yeah, I have a feeling that the Division will definitely break up before we even hit WrestleMania, because right now the Vision's just lame. I really thought something crazy was gonna happen, like the Masked Man coming out, giving Bronson Reed the curb stomp. Next thing you know, he was gonna ruin the Vision chance against WrestleMania. But of course, that doesn't happen because Bronson Reed gets injured and now he's out indefinitely. Now, to be fair, Agrande versus Jay, I thought was a pretty good, decent match. They pulled out all the stops, but in the back of my head, I thought, wait a minute, if the original Grande Americano is coming out, what about the other Grande Americano? Is he gonna come out? Is he gonna sabotage the match? Sadly, that did not happen due to whatever reason, but that didn't happen. I mean, I am kind of happy that Jay won, but at the same time, it's like we should have expected something more, like more out of the match, like a outside the ring fight, or LA Knight coming out sabotaging Bronson Reed, or again the Masked Man coming out, aka Seth Rollins, just to sabotage the match. Like I feel like something else should have happened, but then of course that didn't happen. Now Bronson Reed's injured, and I mean, that's the end of that. So who knows what's going to happen for the Vision's future, along with the fact that nobody from the Vision's going to the Elimination Chamber, and I'm pretty sure nobody from the Vision's going to WrestleMania. So let it all be just that, like just that. But then, of course, we start cooking up really good stuff. Like, so far right now, Natty and Maxine, they're still going at each other's throats. So that's going to be an interesting match leading up to maybe WrestleMania, which would be freaking amazing. And then, of course, Judgment Day. Now, we all know the Judgment Day has been a little bit on the brink of breaking up for the past, I think, 2 3 months, I'm assuming. Yeah, 2 3 months. Yeah, 2 3 months since, of course, JD came back and he apologized to Finn for what happened. But then, of course, Dom comes in and he's like, "Yo, where were you guys at last week when I was in the qualifying match from Miss Chamber? Like, where were you guys? Like, I'm here trying to protect this family and making sure you guys are together. Like, everything's all cool and brandy." But then Finn's like, you know what, Dom, you're right. We should have helped you, but sometimes you have to take action for yourself and grow up once in a while. I'm like, are you kidding me, Finn? Like, are you kidding me? This man has put his freaking career on the line for you and JD to make sure you guys became champions. Hello, he's been busting his ass for months, and I say months at a time to make sure you guys are good. You guys are good. That you're a man. You are getting a title match. JD is healthy. Liv Morgan has to choose her a WrestleMania opponent. Raquel Rodriguez had to compete for the elimination qualifying match, and yet you think that him not helping you like that, like, seriously? Like, honestly, man, I feel like you need to look at the bigger picture here because right now, so far, he's the only one that has gold. Better yet, he has gold for two companies, the WWE and AAA. He's the one trying to keep the family together, and he's the one that's been defending the titles. Where have you been, bro? You've just been walking around all over WWE thinking, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be a champion. You wanna be a champion? Prove it and beat CM Punk Elimination Chamber. If you can do that, then you prove me wrong, and I'll just let it all be all. Like, I'll let go of it. But until then, the only champion that matters right now in the company is Dominic Mysterio, and of course CM Punk. But of course, speaking of the Judgment Day, let's talk about Liv Morgan for a second. I mean, 2 weeks ago, like, she literally got called out by Stephanie, and that whole soap opera promo was just freaking awesome in my opinion. And then, of course, she has to make a decision whether Jade Cargill or Stephanie Vaquer. But then, when Liv was like, like consoling with Stephanie and everything that happened between them, and how she's like, "Yes, I've been lucky. Yes, I've had the best doctors, the best the best medical team. I've had the best trainers in WWE, and they've helped me get to where I am today. And you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I never knew you were struggling this much to get to where you are, and I respect that." The crowd starts booing. I'm like, wait. Are you booing her just because she's being nice for once? Like, honestly, people, get it together because this is just freaking unbelievable. And I really thought for a second that she was gonna come and pick Jade because the way she talked to Stephanie. And then the moment she looks at Jade, I'm like, oh crap, she's gonna pick Jade. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a crazy couple weeks of fighting. But boom, out of nowhere, hits Stephanie in the face with a microphone. So in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, yep, yeah, I think I know who she picked, and it was that obvious. It was Stephanie because the women's heavyweight champion. It was that obvious. So now it's official. Another match on the card, which is Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan for WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Now that's gonna be a very interesting match to see, depending on, of course, her and Dom's history together as a couple, plus also Judgment Day drama, which of course is never gonna end until either somebody breaks up the crew or somebody leaves. Either way, we are just on the brink of them breaking up somehow, some way at WrestleMania. Now, CM Punk, I mean, before he cuts a promo, we get a little backstage interview or promo package, whatever, from Finn Balor, and the way he was like introducing himself as like the man who went through so much in his career, who's been to Japan, he's been to NXT, he was a champion for a short amount of time. And like all these what ifs around him, but now instead of what if, it's like when I become champion, when I beat CM Punk in Chicago, like that right there, that solidifies like Finn Balor as him, like not as the demon, not as the prince, not as the dude from the Judgment Day, just him. like Finn Balor, a kid from Ireland who traveled all around the world to get to where he is right now in his career. And the fact that he did that in a great ensemble in the promo, I thought that was amazing. And then CM Punk, he talks all big about the what ifs and what happens, the what's nots, about how he's gonna fight Finn Balor, and then after that he's gonna main event WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, and just basically talk spitting facts about everything he's done in his career and spitting facts about how what he's done thus far in his career to get to where he is today, and I think that was just amazing. So right now, I'm really excited that Punk and Finn are going to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship, especially in Chicago. I mean, it's just going to be freaking incredible. But then we get the last fight. I mean, last fight we have the women's elimination qualifying match. We got Kyrie Zane versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Io Sky. Now, I for sure thought either Rhea was gonna come out or Oscar was gonna come out to help out their team or whatever, or Liv Morgan was gonna come out and help out Raquel win, but no. Again, nobody came out ringside to help anybody. I think this is the first Monday Night Raw I've seen where nobody from a faction or a team has helped one of their teammates win a match. I mean, of course, besides the New Day facing Javon Evans, but Javon Evans had it in the bag, so that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because he can do it by himself, which I'm really happy for. But on top of all that, like I said, nobody from the Vision helped Bronson Reed win. Nobody from the Judgment Day helped Raquel win. Nobody helped helped Oscar, not Oscar, Kyrie Zane win or Io Sky win. Again, nobody came out to help any of the girls. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And Io, she had it in the bag so many times. She could taste it. Like she was gonna get that she was gonna get that final spot for the Elimination Chamber. But then out of nowhere, Kyrie Sane pushes her off the top rope. Then Raquel Tejano bomb. One, two, three. So now the match card is now filled for the Elimination Chamber match. For the men, we got Cody Rhodes, we got LA Knight, we got Randy Orton, we got Javon Evans, and we got Trick Williams, and now we got main event Jey Uso. For the women, we got Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, we got Alexa Bliss, we have Asuka, and now we have a Kalani James, and now we got Raquel Rodriguez. Like, oh my god, I feel like for me, I am more excited for the women's elimination chamber match than the men's because the women, oh my god, it's going to be freaking crazy. Not to mention that nobody in the team is going to be helping one another win, so they got to do it by themselves. I mean, Charlotte Flair can't help Alexa Bliss. Io Sky can't help Rhea. Julia can't help Kaylani, and then on top of that, Raquel can't get help from Liv Morgan, and then Oscar can't get help from Kyrie Zane. So nobody who's in a team is going to be Elimination Chamber. It's perfect because it's every girl for himself, which is going to be freaking amazing. For the men, I mean, look, I love Randy, I love Cody, I love LA Knight, I love Javon Evans. He's just freaking amazing. But I don't know who I want to win now. And I mean, now with Jey Uso involved, I don't know what's going to happen. Plus, well, I will say this. I do not want Trick Williams to win. I mean, he's good. I'll give him that, but he's not there yet. I think give him maybe a couple more weeks, give him a couple main event fights, give him a couple more matches, maybe for singles like U.S. title or Intercontinental title. But right now, maybe him fighting WrestleMania in the main event is not the best idea yet. Yet. I'm just saying yet. That's what I'm saying yet. So, after all the crazy stuff, after all the drama and everything, we get to the tribute of AJ Styles. I mean, watching that, I almost cried. And then I remember I went to SmackDown one time. This was the night before WrestlePalooza. They were going to Indianapolis. And one of the dark matches, like right after SmackDown ended, one of the dark matches was it was supposed to be a Gun Americano versus AJ Styles. And I remember seeing AJ Styles and the whole arena was electrified by his entrance. The pyros, the crazy screen that they had with him and the gloves in the hand, the phenomenal one, and seeing him wrestle live, and then wrestling against Finn Balor. I mean, it was just a sight to see, and I am so grateful I was able to see that before he retired. I'm really grateful that I got to see the phenomenal one wrestle one of the last times in Ohio, and of course against Finn Balor. It was incredible for me. That was an incredible night. So watching the tribute show, it made sense of how, like, he said, I've done all great things in my life. I won a lot of titles. I've made history in this company, but the one thing I have not done is be a father to my kids. And right then and there, I'm like, there it is. That's why he wanted to retire early. He wanted to be home with his family and finally be a father to his kids. Now, I kind of get it because if you're a wrestler, you travel the world, you do amazing things in the company, you win titles, you go to amazing countries, you make history for wrestling for you and what you've done in your career. But then when you have a family or where you're married, you miss out on important events. You miss out on birthdays, Christmases, funerals, anniversaries. Like, you miss out on the milestones of your family while you're out there traveling and wrestling everybody every single night. So when he said that, I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm thankful I got to see AJ Styles perform one last time in Ohio, and I'm glad that he got to take off his gloves, take off the vest, and put it where he started, which was, of course, in Georgia. And I'm glad he did that because that was a great full circle, humble moment for him in his career. And then everybody from the locker room comes out. Damien, Rhea, Io, Asuka, Kyrie, Dragon Lee, Finn Balor. He had a nice little suit on for himself. CM Punk came out. Jey Uso came out. Everybody comes out, and it was just incredible to see because it was the last time they saw him in the ring. But then what surprised me, it was right after Raw ended. The little credit scene, trademark, whatever. I thought it was over. But then you hear boom, Undertaker. And he comes out the American Badass way with the motorcycle. Last time I saw him do that, that was when Monday Night Raw debuted on Netflix the first time last year on January 5th. And that's when, of course, Rhea Ripley beat Liv Morgan for the Women's Heavyweight Championship. So he comes in and he's like, that's it? This is where you leave us? And he's like, nah, we need something better than this. And then he's like, it's my greatest pleasure to induct you into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. When he said that, I legit almost broke down, cried. I'm like, yes, he finally did it. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Like, when Undertaker announced that and everybody was screaming, "You deserve it." They were clapping. People, there was tears from his family, him, the fans. I'm like, yes, this is a great way to end Monday Night Raw before the Elimination Chamber. It was incredible. And I love the fact that everybody was there. Even people who were heel were there. Like the MFTs were there. The OC came back, to congratulate him. The people he used to wrestle on TNA, they came back, and someone was a bad guy. He had a creepy mask. Hell, even Dominic, the baddest bad guy in the WWE, literally goes up to the ring and sees AJ one last time and shook his hand and clapped for him. And I'm like, see, he's not all bad. He's not all bad. He's good sometimes when the camera's off. So, yeah, Monday Night Raw. I mean, the men's qualifying match would have been a little bit better, but at the end of the day, AJ got what he wanted. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame for this year, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see who's going to induct him. I can't wait to see him in his suit with his family and the great speech he's going to give out to his family, the fans, his OC crew, the Bullet Club, everything he's done in his career. I mean, it was just amazing. So, Monday Night Raw, over and done. Now, we go to SmackDown, the last SmackDown before Elimination Chamber. And that's going to be kind of really, really crazy. I mean, think about it. One night before the PLE, it's going to be crazy. Last minute promos, last minute, one on one talks with the champion. You got a crazy brawl fight happening, with the security guards coming in, trying to break up the fight. Whatever the case is, we all know it's gonna be crazy. But I'm really excited for Elimination Chamber this year. I mean, I cannot wait. I can't wait for the Women's Elimination Chamber. I can't wait for AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental title. I can't wait for Finn Balor versus CM Punk. That's going to be a crazy freaking match to see. And then, of course, the men's Elimination Chamber match, which, of course, however it's going to end, will definitely signify the last steps WrestleMania. Plus, for everybody who's listening and for everybody who have seen surprises in WWE, whether you're watching it at home or in person, you're with your family or you're watching, with your friends, all of us have to know who is behind the crate. That's all. All we want to know is who's in that crate. It could be a celebrity, it could be a retired wrestler, whatever the case is. We just want to know who it is. Leave a comment on who you think it is, and then we'll find out by Elimination Chamber after the last match, which is the main event, the men's Elimination Chamber match. That's all I have for today, guys. Be sure to watch SmackDown back on USA, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. It's going to be a great time. Be sure to watch Elimination Chamber, of course, on ESPN if you have it, or you got a Disney Plus bundle. Be sure to watch that too at 7 o'clock Eastern, and it's going to be a great freaking show to watch. Hope you guys have a humbled week. I will talk to you guys soon.